Recent study revealed that men would rather choke their chicken. Men would rather watch PORN than go out
if it's like that.
on a date with.
I don't know if it's like that. You know what I'm saying? Damn, really? Men would rather pound that pecker.
A modern woman. Don't believe me? Check it out for yourself.
There was a study called from the Pew Center for Research conducted a study that said 63% of men under age 30 would rather stay home and watch go on a date. Men say they are getting their needs met without having to go on a date. Would men rather stay single than be with a woman? Is the question.
That's what they're saying, pretty much.
63% of men.
I think they're cheap.
Yeah, they just ain't got no money.
What? You went right to that. Oh no. I think maybe like I said, I don't know if I reached that level ever, but if you was to reach that level, it probably is not because you are broke. It's probably because you don't want to deal with the BS that comes with some of these women. Now again, yeah, I'm just going off of what I'm seeing out here. Let's continue. Gosh, it's rough.
Relax, Shisha, relax. Let's calm down, settle down. Let's keep watching.
I don't have money, which you should get your money up before you start dating. So it is cheaper to sit home and beat your meat than actually go out and find actual women to hang out with.
Cheaper, again, back to the money. Cheaper to beat your meat, sure, but you gotta understand the real thing versus beating the meat. You know, that what you call that clarity that you get after that, after finishing, you're like, oh, maybe it wasn't really worth all that. You know what I'm saying? But I think that's what it is, man. It's just, why do I got to do all this? Why do I got to jump all the hoops to do that? But again, you got to just find a girl that like you for you, so you don't have to jump through all those hoops. You can relax, she can relax, y'all can have a good time, and it's not a hard thing. You know what I mean? I think people kind of complicate things, and yeah, they probably telling the woman all that she want to hear, and that shit get tiring if you playing that game. I never really played that game. I'm just like, look, let's have a good time, you know, and we can cracking jokes, we have a real conversation. I'm not, I'm being who I am, she's being who she is, and if it meshes, it meshes. I'm not saying I gotta do less, I just don't gotta jump through those hoops. That's yeah, I can see how that's tiring.
That's a sad reality.
I disagree.
Why? What do you think?
Is it less of a headache to have to deal with a woman or something?
There it goes. Like, it's a headache. Now I gotta take you out. I gotta hear what you had to tell your whole day.
That's why you take out people you actually like. And then
Where are they? Where are these pleasant women?
You don't feel that.
Yeah, but then I gotta get to know you first to like you, right?
Yeah.
So how do I get to know you?
Talk.
So you rather hand?
Hey, listen, I'm married.
You always got to say.
If
he wasn't married.
I'd probably beat him by me at 100 miles an hour.
Yeah, man, you hear this all the time. Here's the problem with these type of videos where they talk about like men are choosing to not take women out. So instead, what are they resorting to? Well, they're watching PORN, right? They try to shame men a lot of times, and men are failing to be real men. And it's almost like women forget that men love women, and they love the presence of a pleasant woman. They love seeing the body of a woman. They enjoy spending time with women. And so in this conversation we saw this group of people had, the guy who's married said, hey, so why would I want to take you out and listen to all your problems and, you complaining, etc. She said, well, that's why you take somebody that you like. Could women possibly entertain the idea that most of them aren't pleasant to be around? Would you guys say, honestly speaking, who's more pleasant? The average man who you run across with in the streets and You want to maybe spark a conversation and just say, hey, how are you doing? Or the average woman. Are modern women today pleasant, or are they generally given a pass to be unpleasant, to carry themselves like you're not a joy to be around?
I mean, I can see that. People feeling like the juice isn't worth the squeeze. I can see that. To say that there's, I get it. You got to be somebody, but you got to be somebody that's compatible with you. And that part of that is being who you are off top. You know what I'm saying? And never wavering from that. I'm not trying to be with nobody that don't like me. That's just what it is. I'm not trying to be with nobody that don't like me. If you don't like me, if I see any inkling, if you don't like me like that way, we could just kick it a beat and be cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? I got quite a few homegirls that look good. And that's all we do is kick it as friends, and that's cool. I mean, not a big deal. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, I never had no lack of confidence in myself to, because like I said, you attract who you attract, and that's what it is. But at the same time, I'm not jumping through no hoops trying to talk you into being with me. You're already behind. That's what I'm saying. You're already behind the stick at that point. It's when they say you behind the yardage, like when you playing football, you behind them sticks, bro. You gotta stay within your boundaries. Who can you attract? If you a funny person, if you got some personality, not everybody gonna like you anyway, but the majority of people is gonna at least find you valuable to be around. At least someone entertaining, fun, cool. You got a positive vibe. You seeking knowledge. You're gonna get around some people, and they're gonna see value in you. But again, like I said, I see guys sitting around and they chasing the wrong ones. Same thing, I see women sitting around and they chasing the wrong ones. You know pretty clearly who likes you and who don't. You know what I mean? When you start talking about, oh yeah, let's do this, let's get together. You second or third option. I mean, just be real with it. For example, okay, she don't like video games, and you a video game player. Ain't no use hiding it just because you think she's fine. You know what I mean? And I see a lot of guys do that, and people in general. What I'm just saying, like we talking about guys with women. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to help my guys out. You know what I mean? But I feel like at the end of the day, a lot of these guys brown nose, right, and try to change themselves to somebody else. Tell, oh, no, I don't play video games and all that. If you play video games, that's fine. Do your thing. You know what I mean? If you go out and play ball or whatever, you who you are. Don't hide that all of a sudden because that girl is like, oh, that's corny. You know what I mean? You can't let a girl tell you what's corny and what's cool. You gotta tell, you know what I mean? You exude your coolness. You putting out what you cool with. And you're gonna attract who is cool with that. If you're gonna attract women that like that or play games themselves or don't mind you playing games, if they're not into it. That's just an example of just trying to be with somebody who's compatible with you and not having to move off with what you're passionate about. People get into that and they feel trapped. Sometimes opposites do attract. They still have things that they mesh with as well. So a lot of these conversations, because it's so short, I get it. It's hard to kind of get a lot of nuance to them to realize, you got to put things in context and really say, okay, well, what am I saying? What am I speaking about? What am I talking about? There's a lot of women out here that's good women. You just got to find them too. No more than it's a lot of good men out here. You just got to choose better. Too, as you get older, a lot of times you get more weary of different people, and you don't really come out like how you came out, stepped out when you were younger. At least I think a lot of people I know, they doing business, they working, they ain't really, hitting parties and doing different things that you might before have met somebody through, and you were like, you know what, hey, we enjoy our time together, and you took the good. I won't say took with the bad, but you kind of went with the flow a little bit more. I think now time running out for a lot of folks, and they serious, you know what I'm saying? And they just, crossing every T, trying to dot every I. And bro, by this time, man, you need to just roll with somebody that's compatible with you, that's positive, that believes in you. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to find those people, but you know, when you do, snatch them up quick. The best way to do that is be yourself. Okay, you know, you're not gangster. When you come up in a certain, from a certain area, fine. You don't gotta try to be gangster. You know what I mean? You don't gotta try to be somebody you're not. Be somebody who you are. You know what I mean? And like I said, so much black and white, this or that, gangster, or you a gangster or you a cornball. Like, that's ridiculous. Bottom line is, be who you are, man. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with being a geek or being a thinker, or, you know, you create and you staying constructive. Don't let nobody make you feel bad for being who you are. Now, part of that is you also got to be self-aware and say, am I a person that I would date? Do I know how to treat a woman? Do I know how to treat a man if you're a woman? You know what I mean? Am I selfless? Can I be with another person? You know, if some people are introverted, so this, you know, they get with somebody maybe 15, 20 minutes, they want them gone after a minute. So how do you know, you know what I'm saying? You got to kind of self-reflect and know who you are. And so if you are like an introverted person sometimes, you might want to be by yourself sometimes. Okay, if that's the case, be with somebody that's cool with you, be by yourself. You know what I mean? So you see how that works. Being self-reflective, understanding certain different things, allows you to understand certain things about yourself so that you can explain and sell yourself in a truthful manner to your partner, so they can make a decision on who they being with. A lot of times, whether they don't know how to explain themselves or they just flat out lie about who they really are. You know what I'm saying? Just to get with this person, thinking, okay, you're gonna like me after a certain amount of time. You know, you're gonna start loving me or whatever. You're gonna learn to love me, whatever. All this, like, nah. It's better just to be straight up, like, hey, you know what I'm saying? This is what I want. Here's what I'm trying to do. Here's my intentions. What you want? All right, cool. They don't align. Don't mean it's, you know, we gotta go totally our separate ways. Maybe all the chemistry is sex. Maybe, you know, at least we know though, okay, it's just lust. But, you know, or it might be friendship. None of that, you know, platonic friendship. You just, you know what I'm saying, y'all moving forward with life, helping each other out, you know, speaking good and positivity into each other. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's just crazy how as we get older, we just people get stuck in their thoughts. And I think people complicate a lot of this stuff, but it's really simplistic. You know, I think the first step is just learning for yourself, learning who you are, I should say, learning who you are, what you do, and being accepting of it. Like I said, let me know what you think, man. I appreciate you kicking with me. Real spicy. Another episode coming soon. Like I said, if you're new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you like what you're hearing and seeing, go ahead and hit that like button. So merchandise, we have quite a few different things we got going on right now. We're just really focusing on giving good content, but pretty soon we will have different ways that you can, you know, support the channel, support us. Obviously, share. You know, you see anything you like, go ahead and share it. There's ways that you can take different clips. Hey, I have no problem if you're another content creator. You like to react to some of our videos. If you want to do collab in any kind of way, let me know. I got all my information is in the description below. Feel free to contact me. But yeah, like that. Be easy.